Got what we are.
Thank you. Done? Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. We're going to call this meeting of the Community Redevelopment Agency to order.
Chair Burns,
Here.
Vice Chair Markert,
Here.
Deputy Vice Chair Cassell,
Here.
and Commissioner Carney.
Here.
Okay. Can I get a motion and a second for the approval of the agenda?
Madam Chair, yes, hi. Renee Jadising, Executive Director. I wanted to make a request to amend the agenda and remove item 8A.
Item 8A.
Yes.
That is the...
Development of Southwest 600, 800 blocks of West Atlantic Avenue.
Okay. So does that require discussion? How do we do that?
We just
need
make a motion.
Just make a motion.
To amend the agenda as
Okay, can I get a motion
as amended.
to amend the agenda as suggested?
Yes.
So moved.
Second.
Vice Chair Markert,
Yes.
Deputy Vice Chair Cassell,
Yes.
Commissioner Carney,
Yes.
and Chair Burns.
Yes.
Now you take a motion to approve the agenda as amended.
Okay, thank you.
So moved.
Second.
Deputy Vice Chair Cassell,
Yes.
Commissioner Carney,
Yes.
Chair Burns,
Yes,
and Vice Chair Markert.
Yes.
thank you. Moving right along. We, at public comment, is there anyone in the audience here to make public comment today? Going once, going twice, seeing none. Public comment closed. All right.
We have call-in comments?
We want to, can I have a motion and a second for the regular board meeting minutes?
So moved.
That's consent.
Second.
Oh, no, consent. We just need to,
That's on consent.
that's on consent. So we just need a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So
Okay,
moved.
motion to approve this consent agenda. We have a motion. May I have a
And
second?
I'll second it.
Okay,
Commissioner Carney,
Yes.
Chair Burns,
yes.
Vice Chair Markert,
Yes.
and Deputy Vice Chair Cassell.
Yes.
Okay, moving right along. So now we've just changed the 8A, so we will be on 8B.
This is fast.
Okay, we're gonna have to do one
We're
of
going to make
our
a record.
Commissioner Adam Frankel's
Frankel
meetings.
meeting.
Yeah, oh,
All
Move
right.
on. If we're gonna beat Frankel, we have to move it.
fast.
All right, let's keep it going. We're going to keep it going. Okay.
Okay.
So this item is coming back. There was discussion at a previous meeting about adding an item to discuss potential due diligence studies for properties located at 330, 3350, and 358 Northeast 4th Street, and at 2400 and 2410 North Federal Highway. These two properties are depicted in these maps. This is the first one, the Artist Alley area properties. We've discussed these warehouses before. So we're just bringing this back to see if there's any interest in conducting a due diligence study to see what could be built here. We were looking at options of how to increase the affordable workforce housing stock in our district. This is the appraisals that came through. We did them between 2024 and 2025 that came back between 19 to 20 million. I believe that the owner is potentially looking for around 20 million if it's a straight purchase, 22 million, but is open to negotiating and discussing depending on when this transaction were to happen, considering market conditions, is what I was told. The second property is this right here on Federal Highway. Also spoke to the owner of this property. He's still interested in potentially a sale. He's also interested in the option of him developing or his company developing the properties and doing some kind of a split where it's 25% of workforce housing and 75% as market rate. But he would be looking for assistance on the workforce portion. I'm not sure to what level, didn't get that information, but he is open to any potential conversations. For our purposes, we are only looking at hiring an architect because I think what's happened is, the owners and people on behalf of the owners have come and made suggestions about what could be built on the properties and how much. So we just thought if we wanted to take this type of an investment, that we should hire an architect of our own to actually look at the code and see what could be built here. The cost came back at just over $15,000 for both assessments to see what could be built on both properties. So we just have this for the board to discuss how we're feeling about these two properties and this item.
All right, well, I'll just go first and just say that we've had this on for discussion for quite some time, and I think that we owe it to ourselves to at least get the feasibility study done to do our due diligence so that we know what, we know for sure what we can put there. So I'll open it up to the commission.
Yeah,
Marcus?
I second those words, Madam Chair. I talked to Renee about this extensively. It's been there for a while. I think there's some opportunity here, and I think we should spend a little bit of money and see what we can do with it.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Cassell.
Well, so look, in the beginning, when the idea of the $21 million property on Northwest 4th came up at our CRA meeting, I was absolutely opposed to it. It was overpriced and there were concerns that I had. I threw in the North Federal Highway as a comparable to look at. I don't have any problem necessarily reviewing this, but I only want to do this if we're going to build what we need in our city. And that's my concern here. The idea of market rate versus which the owner is suggesting, that's a totally separate property and not something we should engage in. Now, if we're talking about building what we need, but people up here, the two of you have said you don't want, workforce at that lower level. That's what Delray needs. Delray residents need, we keep seeing 80 to 120 AMI. That's not serving the needs. So I just feel like before, maybe we do put the brakes on this. We have the acquisition money and I don't like it sitting there. I feel like we should be utilizing it. I feel like we should be building, but I want to make sure we're building what accommodates. And since the discussion up here was that we cannot have North Federal, the gateway to our city, have that style of housing, then if that's still the feeling, then I in my opinion, I would stop and not waste the 15.
Well, it's not that I don't want, because I do want what serves this city.
Right.
However, that particular location, but at the same time, we don't know what we can put
Wait,
there
I'm sorry,
until
that
we get
particular location, what?
on Federal Highway.
What do you,
On
that's
Federal
next
Highway.
can you extend that statement, that particular location
Just on Federal Highway.
is not suitable for what? What
Well,
are the parameters?
Low income housing.
Where would you have it at? What area median income would you be looking at? 60 to 80, below 60?
Absolutely. And have it mixed. It would have to be mixed no matter where it is, but we could have more of the low in a different area, in my opinion. However,
So you wouldn't put
without-
low on Federal Highway next to the budget hour rental motel and
What
the
happened?
Cube Smart? There's a budget rental motel that goes by the hour over there, and there's a Cube Smart, and there's a Habitat Restore. When you look at the city as a whole, you have to say to yourself, what can go where? And I'm not saying I have that answer, but all I'm saying is if this discussion is just going to go to building 80 to 120 AMI units that are available for people making over $90-something thousand, and I don't see us serving the needs of our residents.
Well, I am all for serving the needs of our residents, our teachers, our first responders need a place to live, but we don't know anything until we get a study to say what we could. So my vote is still get the study so that we can do our due diligence. And Mayor?
All right, a couple of things. First of all, that little budget motel, the guy's hoping to redevelop. He's hoping the whole area gets redeveloped so he can redevelop his thing.
But that's what's there now.
And I've spoken to him about it, and nice guy. I don't know what his plans are. The neighborhood doesn't feel that the low is the appropriate, because what it does, it will affect all the other development around it. So all those other pieces of land that are around it suddenly don't become as attractive to start with. You got a density issue up there that nobody wants to increase the density to the extent that people are talking about. And this property is on, and look, I'm of the opinion that we don't have the money for either of them. All right, so I am of the opinion that I think this board should be focused on getting West Atlantic done. We've gotten money. We don't know what the money we have in the bank. We don't know how much of it we're going to have to use to incentivize people to do the 600, 700, 800 block to the old fire station when that gets moved over. There's a lot of plans there. So, you know, I mean, 15,000 isn't a lot of money for the studies, you know, I mean, personally, I'm not, I think that, again, the North Federal location, if this would, the proposal would have to go through an entire new planning process and approval process and everything, and it's gonna drag everybody out and talk about why they don't want it there, that's fine. But if, I still think this focus of this board ought to be dealing with the land that we have and that we've been holding for 15 years that is still laying empty before we start figuring out what other lands we want to buy, and maybe or maybe not we could put a project on them. That's my view. So I mean if the
Could I
board is
respond for a
to go
moment?
forward, I mean I don't see why we're not focused on just using the resources that we have to do the 600, 700, 800 block, the other lots that we have, and the lot across the 800, the 8th and something where the fire station is, which we know is going to end up an empty lot. That's my view.
I definitely agree that the West Atlantic corridor should be our priority.
Yeah, right, I do too.
However, these two properties came up in our discussions.
Well, they were a gift from
And
Rob
s-
Long when he was walking out
And
the
so
door.
if
I
we
mean, I don't
want
feel
to,
any
if we
function
want
there.
to focus on the Atlantic Avenue properties, I'm all for that. I mean, I just feel that if we're gonna consider anything on those two properties, we get the feasibility study, but definitely, I'm all for West Atlantic being our priority, so.
I mean,
Could I-
on the 2400 block of North Federal, you know, that's 12 units an acre. With the density bonus of doing 25, maybe you
That's
get
not it.
15, you know, units an acre.
But we're still guessing.
But we're
Ms.
still-
Burns, could I?
But
That's,
that's a whole new zoning process, and any more density than that, the entire neighborhood will hate you.
if I
Because they're
may,
already complaining about I mean, having to go 2, 3, 4 traffic light changes at the corner of George Bush to go south. So I don't think you're going to get the density you want to have there to get it approved, because it would require a zoning change, and the other property may indeed be too expensive, because although you can do
It's
40
way too
units an acre there,
expensive.
I haven't seen a design that will work. So
Right.
even if they get, I mean, this is kind of what I used to do. Even if they get a density bonus, you know, maybe they can probably do about 72 units by right now. Maybe they get to 100, maybe. But even so, at 2,400, the property, your land cost, assuming giving them the density bonus, your land cost is $350,000, $360,000 per unit, and that's before you put the dime into infrastructure. So your key price is $360,000. Now you're suddenly taking it out of you're not into the affordable range anymore. You're certainly not into the low range anymore. And so the concept of having a 75-25 blend could work. I'm not saying it won't work. And, you know, but the affordable housing prices are, as everybody knows, under the state, that's your $100,000 a year person. So it's not going to address what Commissioner Casal's worried about.
right, you have to go 60 to 80.
And so, I'm going back to, we have a finite amount of money. 15,000 isn't a lot to spend, but I think we should be focusing our dollars on West Atlantic.
Commissioner
Thank you.
Casale.
I just want to say one thing. First of all, we were participated in the Island Cove project. That's affordable, true affordable housing.
Not
And there's
really.
no one, Ms. Burns, would you argue that that's not attractive housing? You
It
wouldn't
was
want it in the
attractive, but
neighborhood?
have you heard what's happened since the people have been in there? It is far from affordable right now, but keep
No, but
going.
my point is, we built affordable housing in the idea that you don't want to have that stigma that it's unattractive, that it doesn't belong in certain areas of the city, because that development is a very attractive development.
Oh, it's it's
Exactly.
attractive.
So I just wanted to
And
say
it's
that
costly,
because
too.
the mayor said people don't want the affordable there. And
I said
second,
they don't want low.
okay, but we're talking now 60 to 80, that's workforce at 60 to 80, that's not low. So let's keep the conversation where we're going. And with respect
That's
to
right,
the,
workforce is
the density that you're talking about with the Live Local, the highest density permitted within a mile. So technically, these two projects, because this federal highway is exactly like 0.86 from the other property, they would have the same allowed density under Live Local. So just looking at it that way, based on the size and the shape of the parcel, and we went through all the other things, the ingress egress on North Federal and Dixie on one versus one access ingress egress, which is on Fourth, which would create stacking issues at the railroad tracks. You also have the fact that that side road is not a road, it's an alley. We went through all of this
Not just
stuff
here, they-
before, but it's not fair to disparage Mr. Long, because you were you said get it in the Pipolino, and you were the other vote to move this forward, and the reason why we're still talking about it.
Well, we're here today to
So
decide whether we want to go forward or
I
not.
don't really, I do think we have 15 million in acquisition funds and we should be using it for acquisition. I don't want to put it into infrastructure. That's the city's job, not the CRA's job. The CRA acquisition money should be used for acquisitions. Renee, there's talk of potential other properties we could look at. We can not do this. I don't mind not doing this. I think this has been too problematic for us, so I'll say no, but I don't want it to transfer 15 million in acquisition funds out of acquisitions to go to other projects.
Thank you. Commissioner Market, you have anything else you want to
Yeah,
say?
sure.
Because I am also, as I said, I want affordable housing and housing that fits the residents that we have here. However, I am for making West Atlantic a priority. Whether we do a feasibility study or not, I'm okay with not doing that. But if we're going to consider, we need to study, because I'm not a developer or engineer or architect, so I need the study in order to see how we're going to move forward. If we're not going to consider those, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, as I said at the beginning, I'm definitely for this. I think there's a lot of opinions up here, and I think that's the perfect reason to do this study, is so that we can get an agnostic party to tell us what's what, and then from that we can make fact-based decisions. I think right now we don't have the facts, so I think it's a big parcel of land. It's in the city. It's something I think we should be definitely taking a look at, and I don't like to spend money like anybody else, but $15,000 to get the facts on that so that we can make a really good decision for the city sounds like the right investment for me.
Okay. So we need to, do we need a motion on this? What do we need to do on this? Or did you just need a consensus?
Well, I think a motion would be helpful, whichever way we're going to go.
Okay, so somebody make a motion, please, one way or the other, and let's see if we can get a
All right,
second.
one way or the other, I move that we don't spend the $15,000 for the studies.
Okay. Can I get a second? Does this
Die,
motion
select
die?
second. There we go.
Okay, so may I have another motion?
I'll support Mr. Market, and we can move forward to spend the 15,000 to see what these parcels can provide us in terms of housing that the city desperately needs.
I'll second that.
Okay,
Chair Burns,
yes.
Vice Chair Markert,
Yes.
Deputy Vice Chair Cassell,
Yes.
and Commissioner Carney.
Sure.
Okay, thank you. Okay, moving on to the CRA owned lots, item number 9A.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Christine Tibbs, Assistant Director. So this item is an update on the CRA-owned lots that we have previously earmarked to be included as part of the city's inventory list of all real property that is appropriate for use as affordable housing. The initial list was approved on August of 2023 pursuant to Florida statute, which is also known as the Live Local Act, and then it was updated a year ago in January 2025. So the lots that were originally included, here's an update on the infill housing that is located on Northwest 8th Avenue and Northwest 9th Avenue. You'll see that 4 of those lots, 256 Northwest 8th Avenue, 260 Northwest 8th Avenue, 259 Northwest 8th Avenue, 250 Northwest 8th Avenue. Those are under a purchase and sale agreement with the CLT. They are moving through permitting to build single-family home on each lot. Then on 260 Northwest 9th Avenue, that is also in a purchase and sale agreement, but with Habitat for Humanity of Greater Palm Beach County to also build a single-family residence there. And then 238 Southwest 14th Avenue, that is also under a purchase and sale agreement with the Boynton Beach Faith-Based CDC to build one single-family workforce housing unit there as well. And all of those 6 homes are moving through the building permit process. So hopefully we'll have another update for you shortly on those 6 homes.
Very good.
106 Northwest 10th Avenue, that was included in the list originally as well. We are trying to work with the final property owner to close on that last little sliver so that we can move through a major plat application approval process with the city to replat 7 lots on that Northwest 10th Avenue. And then the yellow box shows the 3 lots that the CRA will continue owning and then put out through an RFP process for the development of 3 single-family homes. 704. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I think I answered my own question. Is that the Hardaway
No.
property? No?
No, that property is still in due diligence.
Okay.
So we have not closed on that lot just yet.
Okay.
That is across the street, though. You'll see it's, if I can. Oh, wait. Oops. Do I have it on this? I don't know if I have a clicker on this. You'll see, yeah, right there. That's 101 Northwest 10th Avenue.
Okay.
And that is the one that we are in the due diligence period for and trying to work towards closing. 704 Southwest 4th Street. This is 3, we went through the major plat application process and it was approved in 2025. We turned 1 property into 3 parcels, and actually we are in a cone of silence for this because we did issue the RFP yesterday for the development of 3 single-family homes on these lots.
Very good.
And they do all have 3 separate addresses now, so that was worked out before anybody enters the building permit process.
Okay.
111 Northwest 11th Avenue. This is a piece of property that we are still working through some title issues to try to acquire the tiny sliver that is marked out in red. There is a dilapidated building that straddles our property, which is marked out in blue. And once we work out the title issues and acquire that piece of property in red, we will demolish the building that is on the property and then go through the minor plat application process to split the lot in 2 and then put out an RFP for the development of 2 single-family homes there.
Okay.
And then 1300 Lake Ida Road. I'm sure you all remember this piece of property that we purchased last year, and we were able to go through the minor plat process. So we own the property currently in red. We are awaiting for the finalization of the city's ADU text amendment, which just moved through Planning and Zoning Board last night and received a recommendation for approval to City Commission. So hopefully we'll be able to move forward with additional development options on this piece of property as we see the city's ADU text amendment move through that approval process.
So number of lots have not been determined for this piece of property yet?
No, we haven't done anything with it quite yet because we are waiting to see what alternative housing developments can be. Options.
Sure.
And then, so yesterday, the PZ board got to see the text amendment for the ADUs. Okay. And yeah, so it's moving along.
Can I just add something for the Lake Ida properties? I know that after the presentation happened at our meeting about the study and potential fourplexes and all these larger types of housing, some of the residents in the area did express some concern about having those larger structures like fourplexes and things like that. So We know at least that much, that is kind of hitting the threshold, so it might be something smaller scale, but we would need the full study. I just wanted to put it out there in case it comes up again, that I think we recognize that the larger structures were not viewed favorably by the residents.
So when you say the full study, you're talking about the ADU?
The ADU study,
Okay.
yes, because it
Okay.
included alternative like cottage style and
Right,
different
okay.
types of things, not just accessory dwelling units. And we have the fourplexes because that was what we had discussed before, because they studied the lots to put the most that you could put on there.
Right.
But the residents that came out
Right.
and kind of expressed some concern about that larger structure. So we do know that that is not an option that they would like to see. So we know that going forward.
Okay, thank you.
So now we are moving on to additional lots that we are proposing to be included in the city's inventory list that would be appropriate for the development of affordable housing. These lots, these 8 lots are within the Northwest 600 block of West Atlantic Avenue. You'll be familiar with these lots because the 6 lots that are marked out in blue there, they are a part of our townhouse design, the 12 townhouses that have the detached ADU above the garage. So we would like to add those lots to the city's inventory list because we are proposing to build affordable/workforce townhouse units there. And then the red lots that are fronting Northwest 1st Street there, those are 2 single-family zoned lots that we believe would be the appropriate place to place 2 single-family homes in the future.
Very good. Excited. too.
And then we are also proposing to add 216 Northwest 8th Avenue. This is a lot that we acquired recently, and also within another cone of silence because we did issue an RFP yesterday for the development of 1 single family home on that lot right there on 8th Avenue. And you'll see that it's fairly close on the same street as the 4 lots that the CLT is developing or under a purchase and sale contract for.
Is this near Spady?
Yes, it actually, yeah. Spady's right there on 3rd, just on the other side of 3rd,
Okay.
north of there. Yep. So this was an RFP that was issued yesterday as well. And then the last one, 29 Southwest 6th Avenue. This is the single lot that we own on Southwest 6th Avenue. It is zoned RM, and so given the current zoning, we believe that it's could be a good place to put housing, and we only just own that 1 lot. We would await the city's finalization of their ADU alternative housing adoption of that text amendment to see what could be put there on that lot. So at this time, we would request the board consider the additions of the CRA-owned lots to add to the city's inventory list as appropriate for the development of affordable housing. And if you agree to that, we would update the GIS map to reflect the new additions. And then just one more thing, as the lots get building permit approval, they will fall off the list because we won't own it anymore and they'll be developed.
Okay, cool. Very
That's it.
good. Thank you. Thank you for the presentation. I'm very happy to hear all of this affordable housing. I have a question though, but I'll let any comment. I'll start on this side. Commissioner Casal.
No, I'm amenable to adding these properties. Thank you.
Okay, Commissioner Morgan.
Yeah, I'm positive on this as well.
Yes. Mayor?
That's fine.
Okay, great with me as well, but I wanted to ask a question about this 29 Southwest 6th Avenue. Is that the lot that Ms. Selznick and the
Yes.
children came to talk to us about?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so now is that, the lot is very narrow. So this lot is big enough for, I mean, compared to the other lots on this block, same size?
Yes,
They
all
are?
the same
It
size,
is?
yes. So Ms. Selznick had reached out about potential options for this lot
Okay.
as well. So I have a call with her on Thursday
Okay.
to discuss some potential options that she's proposing to us regarding this lot. So having it on this list, all we're doing is just updating our maps. So I can bring an update to you or email you all and then discuss it next month if you want to do that.
Okay, yes, because
Okay.
I was really hoping that we could help them out somehow and to get this lot for use of what they need it for through a land sale, swap, lease, whatever. But since you have a meeting with her, so you can update us later. Okay.
Yes, I'll update you after the,
All right.
the
So
call.
I think you have the consensus to add this to the commission or whatever.
We'll update our
terminology
GIS
you
map
use.
too.
Yes, if we get
Okay.
a motion. Yes.
Okay, so we do need
So
a
moved.
motion.
Yes, please. Yes.
I need a second.
I'll second that.
Chair Burns,
Yes.
Vice Chair Margaret,
Yes.
Deputy Vice Chair Cassell,
Yes.
and Commissioner Carney.
Yes.
Okay. And so we have the redevelopment, the RAC committee report, and I see we have a copy of that here.
Yes, so these are, we have the minutes, so I just note that the chair of the group was traveling, so she wasn't able to attend today, so I'll just provide an update that we met on January 22nd. This was our first full meeting with all 3 members in attendance, and we just started talking preliminarily about the property that we purchased in in Osceola Park. And we have a benefit that the chair does live in Osceola Park, and she invited one of her neighbors to attend the meeting, which was great. So they live very close to the property, and they actually included him in the discussion about options there. We threw out many different considerations ranging from entertainment to office space to green space park. There is an Osceola Park neighborhood plan that was completed in 2019. So we started looking through some of that. I think the outcome was basically that everyone would take a look at that Osceola Park plan, because I think the concern is that their commercial space is very limited and it's very close to residential. So they didn't want to have some sort of louder structure. I think someone even threw out a skating rink or a bowling alley, and they were like, we couldn't park that. So there's some of those things that kind of needed to be worked out, but I'm glad that we had the voices from the Osceola Park residents that would say that might be of a concern to be so close to the residents there. And they also wanted to invite some of the other residents in the area, or in the Osceola Park area, who are pretty prominent and outspoken, I guess, in their community, to attend the meeting. So that's basically what we're going to have at our next meeting in March. But it went really well. They're very excited about development. I just think that there was a bit of a balance of how intense they would want
Right.
something versus not,
Right.
but also balancing that they do have very limited commercial space and how to preserve that base as well. So
Yeah.
it was an interesting discussion.
Well,
to say the least.
interestingly, there was a bowling alley back in the day on that same street at the end of that corner.
Oh, maybe that's why I came.
Yes, there was a bowling alley further south on that same street.
That's why it came up. I think
Yeah.
the discussion was around the younger population just wanting to have some of these things in Delray
There was a
Beach and
bowling
we're
alley
not
or
there.
skating rink, one or the other.
We talked about both actually. So
Yeah,
maybe-
there was one of the, when I
Oh,
was a teenager, we used to go there. So it was, I can't remember which one it was, but there was one.
Pictures?
Of course not.
a
I wouldn't
photo
show you
album book, a
anyway.
photo book.
I actually may have some pictures, but okay.
All right, so that's basically
that
it.
was it?
Yep.
Okay,
Next meeting is March 12th at our office at 5:30
March. Oh, mix for the rack.
for the RAC. Yes,
Okay,
correct,
March
for the RAC group.
Okay. Are there any questions from the board?
Okay.
Thank you for the update.
Okay, so any other business?
Yes. Couple updates.
I'm going to bring up, I don't know if I should bring it up in comments, but I would like a motion to reconsider that vote as it relates to doing the report, because I've thought about it, I want to be consistent, and I want to vote no. So on the vote, I mean, I understand I'm going to lose, but
I'm sorry.
on the $15,000
Oh,
for the
okay,
report,
on
because
the-
I don't
on the
think either one,
feasibility
so I'm
study.
asking for a motion
Okay.
to reconsider, and you can
Is
all
this
vote
the
me down.
appropriate time to do that?
Yes, ma'am.
What, I mean, he's raising the desire to change his vote. Can we just change the vote, or we have to do the whole motion
You have
over
to do
again?
it over.
The item.
We have to reconsider it.
You have to read the vote.
Consider his
Respectfully, you
request.
should consider a motion to reconsider the item. And if you don't want to reconsider it, the vote stands. But if you do want to afford him the right to change his vote, you would agree to reconsider it.
Motion to reconsider and then another motion.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Correct,
And then I
exactly.
lose. That's fine.
So I would make a motion to reconsider the motion,
The item.
the
The
item,
item.
excuse me.
Then I can second that.
Okay.
Vice Chair Margaret,
Yes.
Deputy Vice Chair Cassell,
Sure.
Commissioner Carney,
Yes.
and Chair Burns.
Yes.
So the
So-
item now is
Now you have to
before
redo
you
the
for
motion again.
reconsideration.
Go ahead, Mr. Margaret, it was yours if you'd like, or I can do it for you. if
Go
you'd like.
ahead.
Motion to, excuse me for one moment, please. Approve due diligence studies for properties located at 330, 350, 358 North East 4th Street and 2004 and 2410 North Federal Highway.
Okay.
Second.
Deputy Vice Chair Cassell,
Yes.
Commissioner Carney,
No,
Chair Burns,
Yes.
and Vice Chair Margaret.
Yes.
thank you, because now I'm consistent with what I argued. So there we go. I know I'm going to lose, but that's okay. I don't mind losing.
It's okay. You're right. Okay.
It's okay.
So I said sure, which wasn't a yes or a no. So I said, you know,
And I think sure is a yes, actually,
would
in that
sure is probably
instance.
an
That's right,
affirmative.
exactly.
Yeah.
We need yeses and nos.
Right.
Okay.
no, I agree. I'm not, I appreciate you, accommodating my whim.
Well, thank you.
All right. A couple
finish your-
updates.
ribbon
Yes.
cutting.
The ribbon cutting. Yes. So we have a ribbon cutting, a double ribbon cutting on Thursday. We ribbon cutted it was a whole building.
I'm saying we ribbon cut, I knew we did one there before.
Yes, for the
Lots
whole.
of ribbons to cut over there.
Now we got a lot of ribbons. Yes. So we have 2 tenants that are there.
I love it.
One's
Beverage
been
guys
there.
opening?
Not yet. We just extended their agreement,
cutting
but they're starting their work. So they had some family things come up, but they're moving along. But it's the Atlantic Current and Stella Mix are the tenants there. Atlantic Current's been there. Stella Mix is newer. We were trying to have multiple ribbon cuttings at one time, so we got 2. So we're like, let's go forward and do the ribbon cutting.
What do they do?
So Stella Mix is a podcast studio.
Oh, yeah, I met them.
Yes, yes. So very nice, very
Great
good group. Yes, yes. They have a whole built-out space. They have
Yeah.
3 different podcasting rooms,
Their
essentially.
space is cool.
In that small space, they really made a good use of 600 square feet. And Atlantic Current, they have the Current and the magazine, and also marketing and photography services as well. Yes.
Great tenants.
Yes.
Great.
So we're excited about that. Stella Mix is a very active, involved member with the chamber. So we're partnering with the chamber. This is all the DDA district, so we brought them in too. So we'll all be together doing the ribbon cutting with the chamber and with the DDA. So we're excited about that. So it is Thursday, January 29th, 5 o'clock at the Edmund Baines Building.
Thank you.
All right.
So the 29th is also, we're doing the water plant, right?
Correct.
Water treatment is in the morning, yes.
Yes.
11 o'clock. Yeah.
Yes. All right.
We'll
And
be cutting
then,
ribbons all day.
And we're missing the grand opening of the BJ's.
yes.
It's the same time. We're missing the
I
grand
heard.
opening.
I
Or we all would get a
right.
discount.
BJ's is at the
every
same
year.
time.
I had to
They're
say
giving
no.
everybody that discounted membership. I get a card in my mail once a week.
I mean, I'm just saying, that's a big thing.
We
for
don't
the
have to
water-
do
I
a
mean,
gift
yeah.
form on that
No,
one.
no,
is
no.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
that one, everyone gets
I
that.
think we should move the water plant opening so we can go to the
Think you could,
BJ.
exactly,
Right?
like
I
coordinated.
want the
Ribbon
BJs
cuttings
and the
all day.
freebies.
I know.
$15.
$15
Membership
for the
bag and
year.
a $15 membership.
Yes. Okay.
And then Friday is the Carver Square Park ribbon cutting. So this is right across the street from the Carver Square homes that we completed a couple of years ago. This is actually Chair Burns. This is one of the
beautiful.
first projects that we brought up when you first started on to redo this park that definitely needed a little bit of TLC. So Parks and Rec was fantastic in designing and coming up with this. And there's a big frog to
I love the frog.
pay homage to Frog Alley.
It's a real frog.
A real. They grew that big. So this is going to be Friday morning.
This is getting nutty. I'm just saying.
I know. It's not even 5 yet. So it's going to be Friday morning, January 30th at 10 a.m. And this is on the Southwest 3rd Street corner and Southwest 7th Avenue. So please join us. It'll be a lot of
The
fun.
30th?
This is the 30th. This is Friday.
Friday.
Yes.
And so I have a question about
Yes.
this. I've already received 2 phone calls. This is beautiful. Love it. And a long time coming. How is it finished? Because
Yes.
one resident, she said it doesn't have a cover over it.
This one was not planned with a cover
And
because
yeah, she wants to know, will there be one coming? And I just told her that I would get back with her. But so it's finished. This is the presentation and no cover.
this is it. So if you remember, there was a lot of tree cover
Right.
in this over this park, and it was cut. There was some cutting that happened when the park was installed. So I'm sure the trees are going to grow back over. If we want to talk about a covering, we can talk about that as a future.
So the tree, it had a canopy, but they were cut back.
when they were doing the construction, because they had
The
to
trees
remove all the
weren't
equipment.
removed.
No, they're there. You can see
Okay,
it. Yeah,
cool.
you can see them around,
Okay.
and you'll see it on Friday. I think it'll fill in. I mean,
Okay.
you can take a look on Friday and
Okay.
see, and if we think that it needs to have a covering. I just know a lot of the parks now having that covering.
Right, I think
This
that's
one
what's
wasn't.
happening. They're going
They're
to
used to
parks
it.
that have the covering, and this one doesn't have one. Okay,
Right, but we can. I mean, that's something we can look at, or unless there was, I can talk to Parks if there was a reason why. But no, this one wasn't planned for a covering. I will say it has a swing set, and I was told there are not a lot of swing sets
they aren't.
in
Okay.
at our park. So this is one of the few that
I
has
think it's
a
beautiful.
real
I
swing
love
set.
it.
So, yes. But take a look Friday and see what you think about
Yeah.
the
And then
covering
I'll
part.
explain that the trees were cut. You know, when
You'll see it.
people get explanations, then they
Right.
understand. So the trees were cut back to do the park, and the canopy, natural canopy, will come back.
Oh,
Okay.
yes, that's what we're hoping.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. Like it.
Yes, and then
Leaps high in the spring.
we have our socials planned for the year. First one is going to be March 4th, then June 4th, September 3rd, and December 3rd. So stay tuned. We'll have marketing materials coming out about this to come and learn about our projects, what we have going on, meet us, just, get to know the CRA a little bit more. And that's all I have. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. And the board attorney?
Nothing to report other than Happy New Year, and I have the benefit of working with your excellent staff to rectify some of these title issues that were referred to.
Thank you. Commissioners? Commissioner Casal?
I have nothing. Thank you for your hard work, everybody.
Yes.
Nothing, I echo Commissioner Casal. Thank you for all the work that you guys are doing. Fantastic. It's amazing, and we love it.
Yes.
I'm very sorry you didn't beat Adam Frankel's record. I was working very hard. I would have waived everything till next
Well,
meeting, but
This commission has a lot to say.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it at that. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
And I got up at 3 o'clock this morning to watch Coco Gauff.
Oh, did you?
She lost.
Oh, well,
Well, it was
she'll come back.
4 in the afternoon their time, I think it was. I don't know what it was.
All right, dedicated fan, 3 in the
She
morning.
didn't win 3 games.
I was awake at 3
6-2.
o'clock in
She
the
got
morning.
destroyed. It was
I had
embarrassing.
raccoons
She
on my
smashed her
porch,
back. It was shattered.
knocking and scratching at my door.
Oh, goodness. Trying to get in.
Yeah, I was wondering, who is that trying to get in my house? And I took pictures of, there were 4 babies.
Never seen it.
Oh.
Raccoons
Raccoons.
at my door at 3 a.m. So I didn't see the mother, but I wasn't going out to check it out either. I was taking pictures.
check
I'll
for
show
it.
you the pictures. They're beautiful, but I don't want them at my door at 3 in the morning. Anyway,
Here's a Mr. Bourbon glazed.
Mr. Long can remove those for you.
raccoons are mean.
I
There was
feel
a
like we
maple
should
version.
close the
Should adjourn,
meeting
yes.
before
I
we.
think- I think
Can we
we're-
adjourn before we have our
Yes.
fun
What is the best
Those
Those
are
are
my
raccoons.
those are my comments. So
All right.
Thank you so much, staff, for all the work you do, and I appreciate it. So, thank you. Meeting's adjourned.
Thank you.
You don't like